The Electoral College is a fundamental component of the electoral process in the United States, established by the Constitution. Its purpose is to elect the President and Vice President, offering a compromise between election of the President by Congress and election by popular vote. This system has been a subject of debate and criticism, but remains a critical aspect of American democracy. Here's a detailed look at how it works. Composition of the Electoral College. The Electoral College consists of 538 electors. Each state is allocated a number of electors equal to the sum of its U.S. senators and representatives. For example, California, the most populous state, has 55 electors, while less populous states like Wyoming have only 3. Additionally, the 23rd Amendment grants Washington, D.C. 3 electors. The total number of electors, 538, corresponds to the 435 representatives, 100 senators, and 3 electors for Washington, D.C. Selection of electors. Electors are typically chosen by political parties in each state, often at state party conventions or through a vote of the party's central committee. The selection process varies by state, but electors are usually loyal party members or individuals with a strong affiliation to the party's presidential candidate. The general election. On Election Day, which occurs on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November, voters in each state cast their ballots for president and vice president. However, they are technically voting for a slate of electors pledged to their preferred candidates. These electors are known as the electoral slate. Winning electors. Most states employ a winner-takes-all system, wherein the candidate who receives the majority of the popular vote in a state wins all of that state's electoral votes. Only Maine and Nebraska use a proportional system, where electoral votes are distributed based on the popular vote within each congressional district, with the statewide winner receiving 2 additional electoral votes. Meeting of the electors. In December, the electors meet in their respective state capitals to cast their votes for president and vice president. This meeting occurs on the first Monday after the second Wednesday in December. Electors cast 1 vote for president and 1 vote for vice president. The votes are then sealed and sent to the President of the Senate, who is the sitting Vice President of the United States. Counting the votes. In early January, a joint session of Congress convenes to count the electoral votes. The President of the Senate opens the sealed votes from each state, and the votes are counted in the presence of both the House of Representatives and the Senate. A majority of 270 electoral votes is required to win the presidency. If no candidate receives a majority, the election is decided by the House of Representatives, with each state delegation having 1 vote, while the Vice President is chosen by the Senate. Controversies and criticisms. The Electoral College has faced numerous criticisms over the years. One of the primary criticisms is that it can result in a candidate winning the presidency without winning the popular vote, which has happened 5 times in U.S. history, most recently in 2016. Critics argue that this system undermines the principle of 1 person, 1 vote. Additionally, the winner-takes-all approach in most states can lead to disproportionate attention on swing states, while solidly red or blue states are often overlooked in campaign strategies. Conclusion. Despite its complexities and controversies, the Electoral College remains a vital part of the American electoral system. It reflects the federal nature of the United States, balancing the influence of populous and less populous states. While debates about its efficacy and fairness continue, understanding the Electoral College is essential to comprehending the intricacies of presidential elections in the United States.